OKFM 101.7.
Honorable Yamra and Sambu so Emra President per the details of the 1992 Constitution no or the SONA no State of Nation address no ebai. Na minim said now you were present there. Niema wudwa or the two when him net saying.
Yo, Eddie Kain, President Akufo Addo, Andrea, there were a number of fatal omissions, very fatal omissions. This same week, the major issue, the most discussed topic, the killing of the soldier in assignment and the military brutalities. President, we are commander-in-chief. Indeed, offer address now, or the publication of his address, which members of parliament have been issued. We'll share the first page. You see that we said the phone beautiful picture of the president, looking very, very handsome. And underneath the picture is written President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo Addo, President of the Republic and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. Until he is the Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. It's a title that he really, you can tell from the Katana Omodeba Parliament containing his speech there. He really loves the title, Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. So it's not just about liking the title. It's about ensuring, sir, as Commander-in-Chief, no, you bring leadership to bear as the Commander-in-Chief. It's shocking, sir, one condemned the killing of the soldier, and then he did not also condemn the subsequent brutality. Because you see, one human rights violation should not lead to another human rights violation. And there's no way to justify what has happened to the soldier. I think that those perpetrators must be immediately apprehended and dealt with in the severest of form. Look, all serious countries never entertain or countenance cop killers and killers of our men and women in uniform who go into harm's way to keep us safe. I'm disappointed, sir. President and then he did not then announce investigations. Sir, look, I've taken note as Commander-in-Chief. I urge calm, all soldiers, be rest assured. I'm going to look into this matter. We will apprehend the perpetrators. But I also appeal to you to exercise restraint. Don't take it out on the people of Asham, because we share videos, we share in Kofu Accra, in Kofu Mogo to our hospital to say Aye Kasano. It's really high-handed, and it was quite capricious on the part of. I know that there's a lot of pain in the military, but that's really not the way to go about it. Innocent civilians should not, because civilians nankasa ena ebeboa investigators, ebeboa the armed forces to really, because they will provide leads. Who knows? There may even be an eyewitness willing to assist investigators. Now, so when you approach the matter this way, you will frighten everybody and scare everybody away. I am disappointed, sir, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. This major issue, he didn't find any space. And you see, consistently, Osha, this president, matters to do with violence, killings. When him say 2020 elections, Nipana Omuwuye, particularly in Techiman, up to now, president, he hasn't said a word. I mean, shocking. I am a Shraj seeking justice for these people. But the president must speak. I mean, it's shocking, sir, all these years, and you are the beneficiary of the election. Not a word. Meanwhile, Esi wa oman fufuro nipa baku bi wu George Floyd, and he will be the first world leader to put out a statement. But in his own country, he sees no evil, hears no evil, doesn't talk about it. Ayawaso, West Wagon, Ubekaya, he came under criticism for being silent. There's just been too many of these incidents. The president doesn't say a word. and it is worrying. It is not acceptable. And that is the first omission I have serious reservations about, and I believe that many Ghanaians are totally appalled about the president's refusal to address the issue head on and to, as it were, assure the Ghanaian people of thorough, impartial investigation. Second issue, vaccine shortage, and the president commented about it, but the way he commented, the way he spoke about it, it did not offer hope. I was expecting, say, President Bema's specific timeline, because this is not matters that you joke with. Young color are warm now in this period. Babies, their lives are at stake. And so far, we share measles outbreak. I spread it, and I listened to a doctor or say measles had been eradicated because of the success we had achieved as a country as it relates to vaccination. At medical school, they were not even taught how to handle this. And 25 years of her practice, on whom Akola or measles. She's wondering how doctors who were trained 25 years ago, 30 years ago, 35 years ago are going to handle this matter. This is a major, major issue. I was listening to Dr. Abdallah the last time. I say the consequences are grave. Because you hear the president say in Parliament yesterday, say, "Oh, so far being weird." But it's not just about death. The doctors are talking about permanent. So it can even lead to all kinds of heart conditions and all of that. The children will grow up and become liabilities. That's what the doctors are saying. The general, if you like, vacuous submission without specific timelines. Because as members of parliament, we deal with specific outcomes that you're better to measure. Because Yejuma checks and balance said the executive abekano. As I say, to me measure assess it. Now when they miss the deadline, we can raise it. But after what the president has said, what are we working with? President into me and country say, oh, by end of March this month, and now by end of April, and now maximum in 2 weeks' time, vaccines not back because it's an emergency. We have ordered it, and so Parliament now you can track.
Okay,
if it is the deadline, you can take us on. But the president didn't do that. That's one of the fatal omissions. I think that the president has not helped our country when it relates to this national crisis, the shortage of vaccines. Then the next issue, the president's whole poster, the mindset, Utie president carefully, he's still blaming COVID-19. He's still blaming Russia, Ukraine. What that tells me is there is no hope in this president in bringing us out of the current economic quagmire. Because who refuses to take responsibility? When you refuse to, as it were, man up and own up and concede, say, in Africa, Ghana and Kwana, debt restructuring. Ghana and Kwana, we are going through all of this. Share the downgrade. We have the worst downgrade. We are insolvent. We are bankrupt. We can't pay our debts. It cannot be the global phenomena of COVID, Russia, Ukraine. How is it that we have been hit so badly, more than other countries? It should tell you that there's something wrong with your leadership style, with governance model. There's something fundamentally wrong. I am deeply frightened when you have a president he is still on the same trajectory, the same path, which has led us into this abyss, refusing to take responsibility, blaming everybody else apart from himself. The other concern I have, the attack on the diplomatic corps, most unacceptable, intolerant. It marks of
what attack am say?
Who kind may address and let me will copy her, my main kind, so that nobody accuses me of misquoting the president. From page 3 of his address, first paragraph. Or see, quote, indeed, freedom of speech has now reached such heights that even members of the diplomatic corps feel able to join in our national discourse and pronounce on matters that will be problematic for Ghanaian diplomats in their countries of origin, unquote. A very sarcastic attack. Say, they feel able to join in our national discourse. The question I asked the president is, Minia, this attack is because of the German ambassador recently. Say, debt cancellation into also sacrificing to reduce the number of ministers. The same way a German ambassador are coming. What is wrong with it? How meddlesome is this matter? The question I asked the president is, are you not the one who has invited them into our national discourse? Ma mismanaging my economy. We are currently now a bankrupt country. Our debt sustainability analysis shows that we can no longer even borrow, even pay our debt. Enti Mumbai, Paris Club, Munkasa, Money China for Nkasa, Muankasa, Mumbai debt forgiveness. The Pamucho Muntu mean yes mean to ya defaulted. Enti Mumbai Boyen. Enti one inviting Kofono. Ambassador, the French, the British, the American, the Chinese, Omuti Omu baby. Una one mismanaging our economy. And a wakako frere omo. So mumbua na mumbra na mumbebuaye. Enti omwaba na so mumma advisor. Then you are angry. Say they are meddling in our national discourse. Are you not the one who invited them? If you had managed your economy well, you had fought corruption, eschewed profligacy, all of these that they are now discussing earlier, national cathedral. It's those kinds of recklessness, demolishing projects. Now you have to pay compensation, which has brought us where we are. If the German ambassador says that, look, reduce the number of ministers, meaning the German ambassador, how many Ghanaians have been said, one kasa, one kai? Christian Council, didn't they say the same recently? Catholic Bishop Conference, Pentecostal and Charismatic Conference, having many people, civil society, academics, Obia Akase, President Akufo Addo. Even because of this, here in Parliament, you see, we new ministers, no crowd. We don't approve it. The last time, now Honorable K.T. Hammond, who soon Parliament, said, no. But he should rather advise the president, his boss, to reduce the number of ministers. Until the German ambassador it's the fact. Look, on my way, do we need 86 ministers? Why is transport and railways still separate? Can't we merge these ministries? Yen to me merge agric and fisheries. Yen to me merge information and communication, which has been merged in the past. Under President Mahama, it was merged. Yen to me merge sanitation and local government. Usher some of these ministers of state for state enterprise. Is it necessary? Uko ministries need be 3 deputies. Omunyana special assistants. As we speak, meaning, will you believe, sir, the non-existent Keta port in my own region. You was CEO, you appoint you be, you talk mano, you tiano for more than 3 years now. Sadia you see, we see weeds, reptiles. This time, wild animals. Abaho. Basebia Obiti Accra, yet Yaneka as CEO. Inti the German ambassador eka say no yebeko ye taxpayer ho ako bisa omo say yemboa oman we ana they will ask us questions. Inti moso momboa mo ho momboa ye na yemboa mo meet us halfway. Bonnie Ben, a German ambassador, you are launching these attacks on the diplomatic corps. You see, I was really disappointed. And you see, the irony is, in that same speech, Okase, they are in talks with the Chinese. They are hoping, the talks for the Chinese to restructure our debt will go well so that they can meet the March deadline. Until you are still at the table, begging the people. Now, so who attack you? That's why I describe him as probably somebody who will win a global prize for the world's most arrogant beggar. You are at the table begging the people. So virtually what the president is saying is yepe musika. Now so yempemu advice. Keep your advice. Don't come and advise us on reducing our government, reducing expenditure. But as for your money, we will take it. I mean, who does that? What kind of attitude is that? Okay, now what
what were some of the high points and the presentation of the SONA?
Mecca said the only high point for me, but the question is, do we have the political will? The only high point, President admits the structure of this economy, and we cannot keep going to the IMF. We need a new paradigm. But the question is, 6 years, getting to 7 years, is the president now coming to this realization? And if he couldn't change the structure, 6, 7 years, the outcome, is it a 1 year or 2 years less of that he can change the structure? The high point, that the structure of this economy, which I agree, and most of us have talked about this structure for years, that the structure must change. But the question is there the political will to really change this structure, diversify this structure, reduce imports, give our industries the impetus to as it were change the fortunes of our country. And to me, because so far, the most intractable challenge that we face as a country is economy, and we need to confront this economy head on. This reliance on external. Look, there's no country that has made it depending on the Bretton Woods. Not Malaysia, not Singapore, not China, not Japan. Asian tigers, Uber Africa, the Rwandan miracle. And interestingly, 30 years is all these countries needed. Some even less. Sadly, we are celebrating 30 years of our political, if you like, accomplishments. Longest republic, the Fourth Republic. Now, the economic dividend and by it's all been just voting every 4 years. But the way we share the ballot papers for everybody to get their share, that's not how we are able to share the national cake for everybody to get their share. And that has been our bane. May high point that admission, as I say, changing the structure. We have not been able to change the structure of this economy. But again, the question is, do we have the political will to achieve that?
Okay. And you better say,
Mr. Medasi.
Yes, I say, Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa, former Deputy Minister for Education, MP for North Town, Minority Spokesperson on Foreign Affairs. And I don't know what you think of.
OKFM 101.7.